What's going on YouTube? My name is Marcus, aka Apostle, and I am bringing you another Spellbreak video. This time we are going to try out one of my favorite builds. We're going to run a Tempest Frost build. I run Runic Fluency with it for the extra rune charge that gives you a bit of extra movement, and Tempest is just so high mobility that having extra movement on an already high mobility class is like awesome. Especially because you get like stuck in the air sometimes, so being able to get down using your rune is great. Fervor, which is even more mobility on Tempest because it allows you to wind jump faster. That's the main reason I use Fervor. And then Recovery, just for a little bit of tankiness. It's hard to escape as a Tempest. You get focused, especially if you go up in the air. It's like everybody wants to focus the guy that's up in the air. So a little bit of Recovery, and then everything else is stacked on movement as far as our build. While we're waiting for the game to start, if you do enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Twitch stream down in the description below. We're recording it live right now. And if you want to go above and beyond in supporting me, you can throw my creator code APOSTLEOG in the promo code section of the store when you're buying gold. It's in the top right. If you don't use mine, use somebody else's. Hey, thanks. Why am I just a floating hand? Is that all I am to you guys? Just a wind gauntlet? Is this all I am to you, chat? Is this all this is? Full Halloween ghost skin, I know. Invis rune without invis rune. Hacks, you're not supposed to show. I'm only supposed to be invisible to everybody else. Look at that swing. Look at the swing. Look at the wrist. Look at the wrist. What is this? I've never had this before. Am I gonna be invis in the game? This is cool. I'm like the hand from Adam's Family. Check me out. I'm just a glove. I'm just a gauntlet. Just a lowly gauntlet. Just floating here. Looking good. Oh, the match is starting. Okay. Alright. Well, we don't have Halcyon, so it's not going to be a super hot drop. So we'll go Westmar. Westmar, there's people up at Gritfeld, and then people up at Bogmore. I'm going to... Can I not ping? Let me ping. I want to ping. What is happening? I guess I'm just invisible this entire game. I can't even ping. What is this? Maybe I restart and have a... Do we keep this in the YouTube video? Let's see if I can make myself non-invisible. If I can't, then I'm gonna restart. Because right now I'm just a pair of hands. You know? Can I get like an invis rune? Maybe an invis rune would fix it. I do really need this frost, honestly, if we're gonna do this video. Can you see me? You can see me. Bop, 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 bop. Look at that little corner peeking. Corner peeking slapping action. What is happening? Why is my kill feed so big? Is there people alive right here? There are people alive right here. Don't touch that lightning. Lightning's gross. Don't do lightning, kids. Alright, let's actually put my HUD how I normally have it. This is weird. What a great way to show off this game to the YouTubes with a glitch that I've never had happen before. With two glitches. What you doing? It's a bot. It's a bot. We may have to cut this game. Lots of bots. Lots of glitches. So I do want to keep running this dash even though it's common. Whoa, look, I got multiple pings here too. What is happening? We broke the game. I've never had the game break this bad. Like, I've had little bugs. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this game and we're gonna restart another one. Alright, cut it. Cut it. We're scrapping the first game. We're scrapping the first game. Because we just can't do it. Alright, game 2. We're going in. We actually have a Halcyon drop this time, so it should be a little bit hotter. This game by having your YouTube vid suggested in one of my first non-bot games. Got killed by you. The cycle is complete. It's beautiful. I bring you in. I marinate you. And then I eat you. Okay. What do we have? One other person here? Two other people here? Let's do this. Got a good wind out of the gate. What do you have? Boots? Guess what I got? Boots. You think you're so cool with your boots. I'm a little bit scared. Not gonna lie. Wind is kind of doo-doo out of the gate. Come here. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah. How about you step on out with your stupid boots? I don't really mind having Shadow Step on this because Shadow Step can let you like line up frost shots. So like I'm gonna take this dash, but if you Shadow Step and then you charge up a shot while you're invisible, you have like all this time to charge it up and line it up. And usually the people don't know how to juke at that point because they don't know where they're juking from, like where the shot's coming from. There we go. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you now with an actual ice. Ready? You just gotta wait 9 seconds. So what happens is you can be like up in the air, right? And you could use it and like you can go any direction. But a good thing to do, because you don't really want to be up in the air, is go down and then you can charge up your shot and then release it by the time you are done being invisible. But I prefer dash because you can rady hop, which is essentially just wind hopping at the bottom of your tornado to give you extra height. Like that. You can get up a little bit higher than that. That wasn't like a full-blown one, but if you time it right, you'll get up high in the air. And if you want extra style points, you can crouch and then release the crouch as you wind jump. So you like crouch and you're like, wait, oh, I messed up. I messed up. Crouch. Boom, right at the bottom. But yeah, I choked it. So yeah, this is one of my favorite builds, and I want to actually start using it more in like a competitive sense. I want to get more into competitive in general, but I've mostly been running Frost with Toxic for competitive, which is like my favorite build. But all of the competitive stuff tends to take place on East or EU servers, and then Alacrity, like the Ice Trail, doesn't do well with ping, so you like stutter a lot. What is this? I don't need it. I've got a purple dash. So I've kind of gotten off of Frost and Toxic. If they fix the stutter with ping, then I might go back to it because I just really enjoy it. But for now, I want to try to make Tempest work. Let's see if we can get these kills. So I don't really need to be in the middle of this. He's Toxicologist, so he wants to be invis. There's a lot of invis. I'm going to take the high ground. This cathedral is one of the best places to fight as Tempest because you can move around it so quick. Like I can get from the low ground to the high ground, be all over this place. I used my tornado there to block his toxic cloud so he couldn't use it to go invisible. It also broke her fortitude. She's gonna TP away, so I'm gonna try to rely on my my frost there. But basically this requires you to be really, really good with your frost gauntlet. You have to hit good frost shots. You have to be able to hit falling shots with frost. There's somebody else coming. And you have to be able to position yourself well. Like if you notice at the beginning of that fight, I stayed on the outside, I used my frost. I could have pushed in and got right on top of people, but I didn't really want to risk it. Once you push in, it's hard to get out as Tempest. You can, but I decided to... They stayed down here, I took the high ground, and I sniped in and killed this first guy over here. And kind of just stayed on the edge of the fight. That's something you kind of want to do in general for all classes, but especially on Tempest. And especially with this build, because your only close range that you have is your wind. Luckily, I've got a pretty good wind. Basically, if you can get in the air and hit a falling shot, once you get your level 3 ability Squall unlocked, you do 20% more damage after you're in the air for a second. So you can really do a lot of damage with that. If you pair it up with like different talents like focus mana and recklessness, I think you can hit for like 135. Or that might be with overcharge, which is the frost ability. But you can hit in the hundreds for sure. But like this, you'll be hitting pretty big shots, pretty satisfying shots to be honest, because you have to hit shots while you're moving, while you're falling. And then really like high octane shots I guess. I really love this build because it's like the montage class, right? Or it's like the montage build. Just like being able to hit shots like this look really cool. It's not as hard as it seems once you get the hang of it. You kind of just get used to the rate at which you fall. And then it kind of becomes a normal shot. Sometimes it's actually easier for me to hit shots while I'm falling than when I'm standing still. It just helps me kind of predict the person. But see how I was like right on top of that guy? That's what you want to do. So you want to be able to, as Tempest, get around them. If I really wanted to, I could wind spam them down. It doesn't look or feel as cool, so I tend to lean on my frost a little bit more. But if I get into a lot of trouble, a lot of times you'll see me start leaning on my wind more because it's easier damage. You can do a lot of damage if you get right on somebody's head. I'm gonna see if I can demonstrate. Hit her for 72. So see, I can just like stay up here and like literally just shred this guy without touching the ground. If you notice, I was hitting for like 13 or 14. Now that I have Squall, you can really just shred through people, especially with Fervor. You can keep people at a distance. Like this guy was pushing really hard, but I hit him with a Frost, and that kind of makes them second guess themselves. And then if you really want to, you can push up with your dash. You could also use your wind shears to push up and close the distance on somebody. I'm gonna chase this guy down, see if I can keep up with him. He has teleport, so it's gonna be difficult. But I can sort of see him. He's getting off a big pot right now. I'm gonna use my wind to prevent that. He's teleporting again. He's just gonna keep running, so I'm gonna use my frost to just hit these shots. Usually once people teleport, they think they're safe. So you can hit actually easier frost shots if they teleport out into the open. They hit little cheeky fallen shots like that one. So this guy has his ice charged up. I'm going to use my wind jump and my mobility to kind of get through this. We're both Tempest. I'm going to use my wind spam to just absolutely shred through him. He's going to do the same to me, actually. I'm going to use this to make sure he can't wind spam me. He can't push me as hard. And now I throw my tornado down, which is going to disrupt his movement. This guy's got a really good wind gauntlet. I think he's got a gold one. Really hurts. Using my dash to kind of keep out of the way of his frost shots, because you get really floaty in the air as Tempest. That's not good. That's really bad. And if you hold right, like if you hold towards a wall and wind jump off of it, you'll wind jump really fast. So as you see how much distance I was able to create there just by holding down, I was strafing to the right there, so I was strafing towards the wall that I was doing. You could also do it to the left. And then just right clicking, or wind shearing, whatever you want to call it, to create crazy amounts of distance. I'm going to try to find some health. I kind of treated that guy like he didn't have a chance, but I'm going to go in and try to fight him again. He punished me for not taking him too seriously. So I know now I got to play a little bit more careful. It's really hard to be sneaky as Tempest because you can, if you hear, especially once you have Squall, you make that like clapping noise all the time. Every time you leave the ground for a second, when you touch the ground again, it's going to make that clapping noise. We got another guy over here to our left. Hopefully I can kill him easy. Get some more pots out of him. So see, right on top of him. Once you get on top of people, they really lose direction quickly. I'm a little bit worried that this guy's going to snipe me. I know he's, that other Tempest player is pretty good. So I don't want to overextend at all. But kind of your goal as Tempest is to get right on top of people and just wind jump on their head. It's really, really difficult for people to do anything against that. Once you're on top of them and you're looking up like this, it's a really hard shot. Like, look at this weird angle. You can't really tell the distance of the person to predict your projectiles, and sometimes your body gets in the way. Sometimes like you'll be under a tree and it gets in the way. So if you can get right above somebody, that's what you want to do. You got 5 people left. Let's try to take the high ground. Like I said, I kind of want this to be more of my like competitive build, or I want to try to make this work in competitive more. So I'm really been focusing competitively on my positioning. Don't know what's happening down there. This guy sees me. We're both trying to third party this fight, and he knows he doesn't want to be in that fight because then I'm just going to third party him. It was smart of him to focus me. I'm going to kind of rotate to the back, be on the outside of the fight again. Pick him off really quick. Just go in and clean him up. Don't want to get too involved. I don't know how many people are still alive here. I think it's just 1. I heard a frost guy charging up over here. Yeah, he's down here. This looks like the Tempest guy. I don't really want to be down here. Oh, there's an Invis guy right on my head. He's going to come down to a Tempest 1v1. That's what it's seeming to be. I should be able to pick this guy up quickly. Hopefully don't take any damage, because I'm more worried about this other guy. So I just wind spam that guy down. Nothing too crazy. Let me pick this up. Hey, Death, thank you for the raid of 47. Kind of push him hard. I have him low, so I can really put pressure on him and make him have to play defensively. I also have him kind of caught off. He lost where I am. He doesn't know where I'm at, so he's just moving sporadically, hoping that I don't hit him, but I did. He wants to freeze me, put pressure on him, and just finish him off with some wind shears. Nothing too crazy. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Twitch stream. If you want more builds, let me know down in the comments, and I'll get those done for you. Appreciate you guys watching. Later. Cool. Death, thank you for the big raid of 47. GG.